Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I am Miss Sabrina Seoul, your host, and tonight we are doing The Missing Link. And tonight I have Phil from Ready to Love DC joining me, and you guys know what the missing
Dallas.
Ready to Love. I'm sorry because we was
Thinking
just
about yourself. You're
we was
thinking about
just talking about
yourself.
we were just talking about it. We were just talking about it. So Ready to Love Dallas. Here with me tonight, and you guys know what the missing link. What we do is we talk about business, and of course, we're gonna talk about a little bit of Ready to Love too, but that's a little bit later. But anyway, you guys may remember Phil from Ready to Love Dallas, and the reason I wanted to bring Phil on is because in real life, everybody was calling you Tommy. Like, let's just go ahead.
Man, that's hilarious.
Everybody was calling you Tommy. Okay, so we are here to clear the air. But before we get into all that, I want to find out a little bit more about Phil, and then we're just gonna, get into it. Shout out to everybody that is watching. I have 22 on right now. The numbers are jumping. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Love you guys so much. Make sure you click that thumbs up if you're new here. Shout out to you. I have a lot of new subscribers once again. My numbers are growing. I so appreciate you guys for sharing this space with me. All right, so we're going to get into it. Just find out a little bit about you, dive right into it. The very first question is probably the hardest question, and it is, who is Phil?
Oh man,
Everybody responds like that. Everybody responds like that.
Well, for me, it's a direction. Which way am I gonna go with this? But I ain't nobody, man. Neighborhood player. First of all, you know what I'm saying. If you're ready to go to the Cheesecake Factory or your local watering hole for a date, I'm your guy. I keep a fresh family reunion T-shirt for you to sleep in if you want to stay tonight. But no, for me, I have really evolved in some ways through triumph and tragedy in the last few years, and it's helped me become a better and more loving father, a better son to my mom, a more compassionate and loving and understanding individual to those I love around me, or even down to my castmates who I had never met. No, I was gonna say never met. I had met Marie before, but ultimately in like a male intimate setting, it was a lot of that they didn't put on camera or didn't want to catch on camera with me and the guys, and it was just a lot of for me. I've learned to just be a kind, loving, compassionate and passionate, and just well-rounded man. I ain't go front. I know I am. So it's just a lot of that healing and whatnot came prior to the show, and even with the show and after the show. Yeah. So yeah, feel A1. I life is good. Life is good, man.
I don't even want to move no further. So let's rewind it. So what you mean after the show? So what is that? What does that mean?
Well, in humor, being a jobless, unstable man that I am, you have to find ways to, navigate through these comments and the stigma painted around something as simple as whether or not I have a job. I got a whole LinkedIn profile. You know how lazy you gotta be not to at least go there. So it was interesting to see my almost to the point like my manhood get kicked in the shin a little bit because of something that you don't think that it's going to be edited. You know what I'm saying? And we could get into that, as that being a former cast member, you don't realize that somebody will misuse a word such as stability and allow that to paint a background of inquiries. Like, where does this come? Like, wait, he don't have no job, and I done heard it all from he a loser, he look lazy.
Oh.
He gonna be trying to live off her money, and she already got 2 boys, and now she got to take care of a 3rd one. I done heard and then seen it all, and what was wild is, just some context clues. I was at the couples retreat working in the background. on several scenes.
I was about to say you had your laptop with you.
On my lap.
Yeah, they probably thought you was on Instagram or Facebook.
First of all, nobody does either of those on their laptop no more.
I'm just trying to make it make sense. I'm just trying to make it make sense.
They thought I was making beats and putting my mixtape together.
Yeah. Or you was typing up your new jokes for your next comedy show, maybe.
Yeah, and actually I've been writing. That's the beauty of it. I have been writing. Yeah, so it was interesting to see a lot of that stuff play out in such a foolish way. And so there's a Facebook group for Ready to Love that I joined, and where I was able to see a lot of this unfold. Now, me personally, I don't get involved. I wouldn't get involved in nobody's comments from other people's journey perspective. And then I start seeing this narrative being played out about me, and it got confusing. And the next thing I know, it got real confusing, and I knew it was BS when one of the ladies that replied to one of the comments in a logical way, she pinged me at work. Like, hey, I just commented. I see you online at work. I said, yeah. She said, why they paint this picture like you had no job? I'm like, I don't know. I work with you. This is crazy. One of the ladies on my team had to, kind of come to my defense. It's not something that was like emotional. Like, I ain't the type to go off on no women, and it's primarily women, but just people in general. But I ain't about to go off on people and cuss and blase, blah. I ain't doing all that. I just put it like this. It's real simple to say whether or not the man got a job, because they post my job title under my name and face the whole season. But what they did is edit the clips to say, one case in point, like me and my ex had a cleaning franchise, commercial cleaning franchise. So I mentioned something at the date with Aries, Chris, myself, and Aries' friends. I mentioned something about having a cleaning company before. They chopped that one little piece and lumped that all up in that stability narrative. Like, oh, he just said he all over the place with it. And then they jumped to the part about doing comedy before. I ain't told a joke on stage in 14 years. Right. A big part of that was, sometimes people have a creative side that they bury for the sake of, I'ma just live a stable lifestyle.
I get it.
Straight up though. Yeah, it be like that. And I buried a lot of that. And then what they cut out and didn't highlight was how the writing comedy again, A, was influenced by being around Tommy, being around like Red. Like Red, he performs as well as being a DJ, but he does stand-up comedy too. So getting that energy from him, and Chris got a dope sense of humor, Q got a dope sense of humor, Maurier, and just the camaraderie with the guys. And then and what they also kind of left off to the side was how I had a lot of healing and therapy from losing not just my father in March of 2022, but also my stepfather passed February of this year. So I lost both my dads in 11 months to the day. Wow. Like, they cut how all that linked together. Like, oh, he's a more healed person. He want to bring his creative side back. Life is too short. So I'm looking at it from like that. Right. Next thing you know, Aries homegirl, like, oh, well, I hope the jokes is lucrative. And I'm like, dang, girl, I just stopped crying in the shower by myself a couple months ago. And I just got to the point to want to be that creative guy again and keep my job. Right. They cut all that, pushed all that to the side. Right. And it's just disheartening to see how a man and his livelihood can be scrutinized so much through editing. And truth be told, poor usage of a word like stability. I mean, what's a stable man? A man that go to work, got benefits, got an income, does it well, so on and so forth. I mean, because if that mean I ain't stable for me, that mean I'm not stable for my child. I got a 6-year-old boy who look up to me to be that. Right. So y'all don't care about none of that. Oh, okay. I see how this game is played. So I kept it cool, in real time. And then later on, as the episodes rolled out, I said, oh, no, this was worse than what I thought. Gotcha. So from there, I remain respectful. And I love the Tommy part because I got a sense of humor anyway. So being Hey, call me Tommy all day. We can laugh at that all day. But what we not gonna do is say this man is a bum. We not gonna say this man. You know what I'm saying? Because we do that to a woman. We could big Aries up because she do her thing. But we could do two things at one time and say he do his thing too. But maybe she just wants something different out of a man that is more appealing to her, and just leave it at that. Nah, I was on the bottom half of that whole totem pole, and people were stepping on my name. Didn't know me, never met me. But I was the bum. I was gonna live off her dollar. I was gonna be the, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no leader. I just cremated the two most important men in my life, led the way through that, maintained my therapy on top of that, see about my mama in the midst of all that, and have to break it down to my child what death mean, that both his grandfathers like,
Right.
you come do it then. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when it was all said and done in real time, I kept my cool, kept my composure, leaned on my spiritual practices, and thankfully I have been built up through therapy. Got a dope therapist. I need to see her again soon, just because, you know. And I got a great tribe. But when it's all said and done, you know, never disrespected, you know, the woman who I mainly had a connection with. But, you know, I call BS for what it is, and there was a lot of BS within them last few episodes that I still, I mean, truth be told, I told the producers when I first walked up to that final scene, like, nah, I'm about 60-40 about to choose myself, but I don't know how this works. What do y'all want me to do? They pushed this one particular producer named Blue, pushed me into doing the choosing. And I'm already kind of locked in because I done told them to get these flowers. I done told them to get this baseball with the sentimental value. Yeah, like, oh no, maybe it's like a sliver of hope and da 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 da. I said I'll take care of it. I told her I choose her more. So I wouldn't leave her as a friend. They cut that out. Yeah, dirty game out here.
Wow.
So all I could do is just, and I still won't worry so much about that because we developed a friendship, Aries and I, even after the fact, went out a couple times on the whole nine. But I still don't like. There's two things about it I don't like, and with you being a castmate, I could talk to you.
Absolutely. I've
You a distant cousin. I could talk to you.
been facts.
But there was two things I didn't like. Of course, it's like the editing and, you know, kind of, it's one thing to live it. And I came to my own defense and showed my frustration about constantly hearing this word stability in real time through the interviews. I spoke to that, and I didn't care about speaking to that, and flat out said it, like, if she go keep harping on this, she could go. I ain't tripping, and said that on camera. But
We remember.
right, yeah. So it's one thing to look at it like that in real time, and then you kind of lick your wounds and you keep it moving. But then it's another thing to see it and also see how not so much how from the editing part, but it's also the what, like what her mama said, what her friends said.
Right.
Like, oh, so y'all, I done known this woman 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and we talking about what I bring to the table financially already. I ain't get a chance to take this woman out on no dates by myself. I did after the show. And I said no thank you. Respectfully, like, I think we'll just be better off as friends, and that's enough.
So are you saying that she wanted to try to pursue a relationship with you and you said that you think it's better that y'all just stay friends?
I'm not even gonna call it a relationship, but she was still wanting to go out after the show was over with. And we
Mm,
did.
mm,
And I backed off from that notion of doing things in a romantic nature, and we just kept it smooth and cordial and kept contact. And I just know how I saw how it played out on camera.
mhm.
Plus, it just left a bad taste in my mouth. Like, God dang, I gotta go through this again. It's worse on TV. It's worse. But
Mm.
then the other part to all of that was in that Facebook group. She's in it. She ain't stepped in my defense one time just to say, "Hey, y'all, he got a job." You know what I'm saying? Anything just to stop the bleed. Just to stop.
Right.
She sat back in the corner and then told me I was playing the victim.
But did you say something to her? Did you say like, I see you in the group chats and like I thought we was cool. Like why didn't you like stand up for me? Like why didn't you?
I shouldn't have to do that
Mm, mm,
because we done had conversations as two grown-ups,
mhm.
and again, I didn't particularly disclose like in that format. Like I always bigged her up too. Like, man, she a great woman. If she wasn't great, I wouldn't have pursued her as
Mm-hmm.
heavily as I did. I don't have no followers online and all that. I ain't got all that type of background with me. I go to work every day, coach my son in sports. You know, I go to the gym like regular, as they say, regular, degular lifestyle. And I still have, you know, my things in life that I enjoy, you know, concerts, blah, blah, blah. That's me. So
Mm-hmm.
even back to that, when they said that, like, oh, he just want a girl he could go out and have, go to concerts and this and that with. Yeah, I want somebody I can enjoy the things in life that I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with this? But going back, I didn't mention that to her, and a lot of that was primarily to see how the rest of that played out. And the other part was I just got into the dialogue with the people on the show. Like, hey, if nothing else, just know that I'm employed and I actually have a degree in what I do. That's the other part. The company I work for, I've been with them over 4 years. I work for PepsiCo. I don't care about saying that. You can't get through security to check. So it's just the point. Like man, and not on her end, but it's just a point to see it play out, and then in the end to see her type the words like you out here playing the victim. I was thrown back. That was the only comment she really made in that whole little stretch of people in the back and forth. But I didn't mind having the commentary. Then after a while, it was just like a running joke, and I'm in on the joke. Like I'm cool with self-deprecation. That's fine. But let's just all keep it a buck and not act like I'm just on the couch playing PlayStation, smoking blunts every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I might hit the vape pen, but
Can I say something?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this is just me commenting as a woman of age because I'm older than both y'all. Okay. And I know you said like you shouldn't have to, but this is just me talking to you, just moving forward. Like in real life, women are from Venus, men are from Mars.
Right.
So I feel like never ever feel like that you say like I shouldn't have to say anything because that's how you feel. But in this life and where we are now, communication is so huge.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would want you to tell me. I would want you to tell me the good, the bad, the indifference, make me cry with the truth. Like communication is huge, especially for me. So
Mm-hmm.
just kind of like keep what I'm saying like with you. I'm not saying I want you to practice. I want you to do whatever you want to do. You're a grown man, you know what I mean? But just moving forward, like especially like if you're dating someone, like I know me personally when I'm dating someone, it's like I want you to communicate because maybe I didn't think about that. Maybe I
Mm-hmm.
should have thought about it, but I didn't. But you're sitting there thinking like I shouldn't have to say nothing to her. No, maybe sometimes like you do have to because some people just don't, it doesn't register in their
Mm-hmm.
brain how it may register in your brain and they'll never know unless you communicate it to them.
No, I agree with that
Just
notion.
moving forward.
Yeah, I think in the moment of, and let me also add, I'm mainly referring to how the episodes were perceived by the vast community of fans.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
didn't watch them because I was there, but I
Yeah.
did know that there were enough clips available to see what that other side looked like the portions that I couldn't see.
Hmm.
And I had personally just thought, in a lot of ways, not only was some of that stuff ugly in real time or dismissive in real time, it was also even, again, worse when it was edited.
Hmm.
But at the same token, like literally up until the last 3 episodes, her and I communicated dang near daily, not even necessarily romantically, but just as friends. So once I stepped back and saw how that played out, I I won't say I didn't have intentions on reaching out to tell her how I feel about it, and I'm sure I will at some point. But I also recall how I felt in the moment of hearing somebody say, "I want somebody that I could respect," and I have to not, I have to bite my tongue, not so much bite my tongue, but I don't think everybody would have held their ground to stay centered in that type of moment
Hmm.
and just say, if you react to that or try to rebut that or defend yourself based on somebody else's verbiage that was poorly used,
Mhm.
you're not gonna look good. You're gonna look defensive. You're gonna look combative. um, but I would say just seeing it, it's like watching it play out. It's like watching a horrible train wreck, and it's worse the second time. Like the
Yeah,
second time, you
I
see
get it.
all the angles of what's involved. The first time, it's this is just a one bang bang and you're done. Nah, it was in my personal knowledge and seeing how that played out, it was worse than what I thought it was the
Mm,
first time around. But again, you're correct with you know utilizing communication better within friendships and especially in relationships.
right.
But I
Yes.
also was just really, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm like really hung up on the fact, like, man, why do I need to have a friend speak on my behalf?
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to tell a friend to say like, hey, y'all chill.
Yeah.
But then be told I'm playing the victim on the back end in front of everybody. Like, that ain't what friends do. So I
Hmm.
just fell back and let it be. And like I said, life is good. That's just a chapter in life that it's not fully closed because we here. You know what I'm saying? But the bulk of the book from that, I mean, the bulk of that chapter has been written, and it is what it is. And I don't have no ill will, as you can tell. But at the same token, it's like, man, shoot, that I didn't like how that played out at all because a lot of it was just
Yeah.
lies. They painted a portrait of a whole lie of a persona about me. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think with you guys, it was a lot of miscommunication. And then, too, you have to think about how it may have been edited on her end just as heavily as you're saying that it was edited on yours. And I just feel like that y'all really need to like sit down and if it's worth it, you know what I mean, and talk because obviously y'all had some type of chemistry and connection.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like it really, because I know I was rooting for y'all in the beginning. Like I was like, okay, I see it. You know, some word I was,
Mm-hmm.
and I just really feel like that it really could be something great. But I think it's a lot of miscommunications and it's a lot of pieces to the puzzle that has been left on the cutting room floor. You know what I mean? And as you're saying, so it's a lot of footage that's left on the floor. And I feel like with the conversation and that communication that you guys need, a lot can be like, I mean, the puzzle could be complete. But, because, obviously, even though you say you're good, like I still see some hurt. You know what I mean? And you very
Well,
well should feel like that if that is.
I think it's just disappointment in the situation overall. I wouldn't say it's hurt, but because again, like I said, I've been hurt. I think it was just to see the disappointment, and one thing I one thing that's a pet peeve of mine
Mhm.
is for somebody to lie on me, basically, or to paint me out to be something that I'm not, which is dang near the same thing. Not that she did that.
Okay.
She could have used better verbiage.
Mhm.
That's cool. We can all say that, and that's whatever.
Mhm.
Um, but it's from just how, again, the editing part.
Yeah.
That's what I hated the most. And
Yeah.
if nothing else, that's I'm never gonna like that. I don't care who it is, how it is, or what it is. Speak on my name like with respect, because in that setting, how they laid that out, it was totally disrespectful.
Yeah.
Totally disrespectful. Yeah, the whole Will Packer Productions or whoever was over there editing,
Mhm.
highly disrespectful for me and mine. Because
Yeah.
and like I said, at the end of the day, that's what I wanted to think about. And speaking with you, I was out for a taste recently, just out with some people, no big deal. Um, I'm just grabbing a beer at the bar, and then there was a lady had not that she sent her friend, but her friend came over there like, "Were you on the show?" Blah blah blah. I was like, "Yeah, what's up, baby? Yeah, how you doing?" Not for real, but I was like, "Yeah, I was, whatever." Then she was saying her girl was over there. Okay, cool. So I'll stop by and be cordial, whatever. And then even from there, she's like, why they act like you ain't got no job? But here's my point. I got to move around out here, man. Now this whole background is painted about me that I gotta that's looming over my head on some garbage, on pure. So let's just say I do want to date, court, blah blah blah, and I meet somebody that's seen the show. That's her first impression of me. Oh, that's not a well. That's kind of like an impression of me to a could be to a particular woman.
Right.
That's not okay. It's not the worst thing in the world because it's TV and I can display and all that.
Right.
But in the end, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. So of course we all gonna know the reality, and that's a good thing. But at the same time, it is what it is, and the fact like, hey man, that's not okay to put nobody out there like that.
Yeah.
That's not okay. Yeah.
I get it. So let me ask you a question. Do you feel like with this show that they should have a therapist on the show to kind of talk us through this? Or maybe like a relationship coach or someone to coach you through?
A dating coach would be dope.
Right.
Would be dope because I don't, all due respect to Tommy, I don't think he's that. I think he's some good MC mediator personality wise, but to really dive in deep to the things that they're using the field producers to guide us through, or to even bump up against what Tommy does with regards to, like, say, Tommy's curveball and all this sort of stuff. That's great, but I really do agree with the idea of there being a professional within the dating or relationship world from a therapeutic standpoint, because I think several people's experiences maybe got a little shortchanged due to misunderstandings.
Yes.
But hell, in the end, they could have just picked some better people, flat out. Not a lot. Like I do admire, overall, I do admire aspects of each of the women, with the exception of maybe two. With the exception of two, because how they acted at the reunion, I didn't like that at all. But coming off of that, and I ain't even talking about Janelle. Janelle had her moments. I ain't talking about her. Unique could have smooth fool bringing red kids into the conversation for no reason. None.
Yeah, it was
for nothing.
not that much.
You don't ever do that to nobody. And I didn't know she was cut like that. And the thought job thing, we same concept as the Tommy thing. We can all laugh and joke about that. He selling t-shirts and all that beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
It's fun, whatever.
Yeah.
But you don't mention something about this man raising his kids.
Yes.
That's foul.
That was really below the belt.
That's foul. That's foul. That's Nancy Kerrigan pole to the knee. That had nothing to do with it. You just try to undercut this man for no good reason because y'all ain't get it. Like, nah, you could have just left it at what it was. We did the thought job stuff and it was a joke and then it's over with. And you know what I'm saying? And whatever. That could have just literally been in whatever. Tequila is a whole nother conversation. But in the grand scheme of it, I still appreciate aspects of Janelle. I appreciate aspects of Jessica, of course, Aries and Kat. Of course, Sierra, everybody else, Kira, Leanne. I appreciate aspects of all them women. You know what I'm saying? If not a full appreciation outright. But, I don't know. I think a couple people slipped through the cracks mentally. I don't know. They slipped through the mental evaluation. That's just my personal opinion, because ain't no way you act like that on national TV and think it's okay. Hey. We saw it.
We saw a lot of stuff.
We saw a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff on the show. We saw a lot of stuff off the show. It was a lot of stuff. So let me ask you something. You mentioned Janelle. Like, how did you feel Janelle kind of carried herself on the show?
And it was rough seeing that play out through Instagram posts, through I knew she wasn't feeling me when I told her that I'm not a Christian, and if I was to lean towards an actual like religious title, it would be closest to Buddhism than anything. I knew she wasn't feeling me off of that like romantically. I've had Christian women like literally turn the switch off when they hear that, and that's cool. I get it, but man, I some stuff like I didn't expect to see play out that way, but I've seen religious folks, you know, turn to the Bible on one side, but utilize you know, cutting words and things like that on another side. I've seen people do that, and I've never been a fan of it. You know, I still wish her well. She's very beautiful and smart, and she has a great story about herself. And I think she carries herself well. You know what I mean? Um, but you know, in some aspects, I think there were definitely there could have definitely been better moments on how she handled things. But even with that, it was just disappointing to see more than anything because I didn't get that from her in my interactions at all, not at one time. They tried to paint her and Jessica on the Mean Girls Club stuff. Again, with me, Jessica, I only have positive interactions with both of them women, so it's really hard to see that, especially when Jessica's in, see things painted out. And yeah, granted, she's not gonna hold her tongue in certain instances, but you can name a billion different people who gonna do that.
Yeah.
But the way that whole Mean Girl Club, blah blah blah, like it's just that reality TV garbage that they gonna do on some show, somebody's show, just gonna have that effect. But yeah, I just think there could have been better moments or better ways that certain things could have been handled in certain moments, and you know, with the Janelle piece. But I still wish her well. You know, hopefully she realized. She said yoga was like the devil. She put that in the IG post one day. So I hope you just don't be knowing what go, what people's spirituality or religion and all that take them, man. And you just wish them well, and
That's
just
it.
you just stay out the way a little bit, man.
Stay out the way.
Yeah, I'll just stay
That's
out the
all
way,
I
man.
do. Just stay out the
You know,
way.
I'm gonna put some more pictures up. I'm gonna focus on stuff like that.
Yeah. Yes. You got the whole aesthetic thing going on in the back.
Yeah, see my face, my head is the picture for this wall for the day. But
I see.
yeah, so I'm gonna be cool and stay in my lane. That's all I can do.
Yes, that's all we could do, and that's the
Yeah.
best lane to be in is our own lane.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's somebody for everybody. You'll find someone in your lane. You know what I mean? You can't find somebody over here in the fast lane or in the slow lane. You know, you gotta be in your lane, the third lane. You gotta find somebody in the third lane, which is, you know what I'm saying?
You better run your race.
Absolutely.
Run your
Absolutely.
race. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so oh God, because I feel like I have so many more questions about this topic, but this topic wasn't even supposed to happen until about right now. We had skipped over a whole bunch of other stuff. So people really want to know a little bit about Phil. So I only asked you one question. And the one question I asked was, who is Phil?
Send me the bill. Send me the bill. I just wanted to make sure once you told me you were a cast member, I said, oh man, the valve is open.
Like, guys, we were behind the stage. I was like, Phil, do you even know who I am? He was like, no. I was like, you're just doing interviews for everybody. He was like, I thought you was cool. It was a safe space. So I said I would do an interview with you.
And when we exchanged within the IG chat or messages, we left it as simple. Like, as long as you're ready to laugh,
yeah.
I trust that you go handle yourself, in a professional way in so many words.
Yes.
And that for me, that's enough because I'm gonna do the same. Yeah. I ain't gonna disrespect nobody. I speak the truth to what I experienced. And then that's all I've been doing. And that's all I'm gonna do. And I ain't gonna sensationalize nothing because anything I spoke about was already on TV.
Yeah.
So,
and your truth is your truth. You know what I mean?
And that part, yeah,
and
absolutely.
And at the end of the day, anybody can put a narrative, anybody can say anything, but what you say and what your truth is your truth, regardless if people believe you, if they don't believe you, if you gain some more, people like, oh, now I understand, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. Right. But it's your truth. So so let me ask you something. So you did Ready to Love Dallas. So where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Detroit.
Okay.
Been in Dallas since 2011. Lived in Atlanta before, lived in Chicago before. But yeah, I'm a Detroit boy all day, every day.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
is so that's where you like grew up. Like that's where
Yeah,
you oh wow, okay.
yeah. I didn't leave Detroit until I was 28, 9 years old. Yeah, I think I just turned 29,
Hmm.
and that's when I moved. Yeah, nah, yeah. Shit, I think I was 20. I might have been 27. My
Mm,
math messed up. Yeah, it was 27. I just turned 27. That's when I moved to Chicago. Yep.
okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So growing up, what did you want to be growing up?
Ooh, we.
Because now we
Um,
gonna get into it. Because everybody say that you Tommy, you don't got no job. So we about
yeah,
to get
man.
into it.
Honestly, the first, I mean, aside from the normal, like I'm gonna go to the NBA and all that old stuff. Because my doctor lied to me. My doctor said I was supposed to be 6'8" after I had a couple growth spurts.
Okay.
Like I'm 6 feet tall. I ain't been over 6 feet.
Okay.
So that was I should have
That
been
was
focusing
needed.
on dribbling instead of rebounding and boxing out. Make it long story short, that was the first dream. But
Hmm.
I think later on I started developing a love for math and science, and being an engineer was the first like, oh, I want a career in this. And I started off in the engineering world in college at Western Michigan University, and I ended up switching degrees to supply chain management. So currently, I'm a supply chain analyst, and a lot of it is dealing with like a lot of project management. A good portion on like it's tech adjacent. So
Hmm.
we deal with a lot of data and systems and how to pull certain things out to make it make sense on what to change or what to update, blah blah blah.
Mm,
But I kind of like immediately gravitated in the math world since middle school.
mm, mm.
Love math. Then in high school, got a little rocky at the start, and then I had to force my high school like, nah, put me in the hardest math and physics class you got. I need
Yeah.
to do this if I want to be an engineer, so on and so forth. And to this day, it worked out. I've been back in the field 4 years ago, over 4 years ago, and I was in a different industry altogether,
Hmm.
probably like 8 years prior to that. But the beauty of getting back into it and hitting the ground running,
Hmm.
like I couldn't have thought of nothing better to have, like with a parenting schedule, something that I could, get off work, pick my son up, coach him, blah blah blah. Like it's just been beautiful to get back to, a lifestyle that I dreamed of. This is success for me. Like the parenting and work life balance, that's success in my life.
Yeah.
So to have that, but yeah, I would say that was probably, I think at one point in time I might have wanted to be a psychologist.
Mm.
Yeah, because I like talking to people.
Hmm.
So at one
I
point in
get that.
time,
I get
yeah.
that.
But I really just I gravitated towards math and math, physics, science, and wanted to do that enough to take it further, and it worked out.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, what company do you work for, and how long have you been working? I know you said it earlier, but we were talking
Oh
about
yeah.
that other stuff. So, what company do you work for, and how long have you been working with them?
Oh man. Man, I work for the Big P, PepsiCo. Little product placement. They ain't never hurt. Y'all gonna
This
get y'all a
this
case.
this video is not sponsored,
The hell it ain't. Shit.
but then I need
sponsor,
my commission check because
sponsor my mother. No, but yeah, I work for PepsiCo, primarily on the Frito Lay side. So whenever y'all get them snacks, you buying it from us, damn near one way or another. But
yeah.
that was a blessing because while folks were going through things in the pandemic world, I worked for a company that kept the snacks on the shelves.
Mm,
Went to work every day. You know what I'm saying? Managing the forklift drivers and all that kind of stuff. It was an interesting time to say the least. But
mm,
yeah, so I've been with them over 4 years now. Prior to that, I was an independent insurance claims adjuster.
oh,
So yeah, it incorporates a lot of traveling
I did
and
insurance for a while, so I get it.
in the claims world,
But I was gonna say, as in life,
life insurance. Yeah, but you
mhm,
know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
So
it's a lot of money in that
yeah,
business as well.
it was just too much traveling. And
Yeah.
once my child was hell, I was just finishing a 6 month assignment in Colorado a month and a half before my son was born, and I said I cannot get back on that road.
Yeah.
And I didn't,
Yeah.
and it worked out. You know what I'm saying? It worked out really well. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So right now, yeah, I'm a PepsiCo pig. I said PepsiCo pig, PepsiCo kid. I'm a pig because I be eating them snacks every day down there when I go to the office. Not every day. Hey, a little
Because
bag of
they
chips I
free,
go
they
hurt.
right there. You like, I work
Man,
for Cheetos. I
they
work
give
for
look,
Doritos. I work
they
for Pepsi. I'm gonna drink
they give you Doritos for free.
right. How can you not eat the you got a lifetime supply? You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
yeah,
Your son always got snacks for school. You know what I'm
he do. He
saying?
do.
That
But
stuff is
look,
expensive.
don't tell him, but I'll be giving him the healthier
As you should.
man.
Good
Man.
job, Dad. As you
Yeah,
should.
appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me worry about working it off.
Yeah, facts. As you should. Because, honey, what is it? Over in London, they won't even sell our snacks. They sell the exact same snacks we have, but subtract 30 ingredients. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, our stuff is nuts over here.
Yeah, purely toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as a supply chain analyst for PepsiCo company, what do you do within? Are you able to talk about it? Like, what do you do?
So in a nutshell, I'm on a global project that's rounding out right now, and it's a big like data conversion project. So we're rounding out, and it's starting to. You can probably go lose a couple people on this one because it's gonna get boring. But it's basically taking data from old legacy systems and converting them into one large system called SAP. So within that, you have to review certain reports. I'm working right now. I got two mass files updating 200,000 records
Why
right at this moment.
being here with me right now?
Correct. So I'm watching this and make sure it don't time out. I might as well while I'm here. Got the Lakers and the Nuggets game in the background, but you know, it is what it is. But no, big, you know, it's got the project management piece, it's got the tech piece, it's got like the system and data analyst piece, and ultimately understanding what does it mean from a legacy system standpoint, conversion standpoint, how to do mass updates. A lot of those things are which are appeasing to my aptitude level. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm still gonna be a nerd at heart at some level. So I like that I'm in an environment that could, you know, feed that.
Right. So do you only work from home? Do you work in the field? Do you go to the office sometimes? Like, what is that like?
So we kind of got a hybrid schedule where I'm only so with two days in the office, but I only live like 15 minutes away from the headquarters.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I go to I was at the headquarters today, for instance. Go to the headquarters. You know, we show our FaceTime in there with our team, and you know, and get up out of there. But it's a comfortable environment. You know, it's a couple tall towers. It's easy living. I ain't go front.
Right.
Yeah, it's easy living. It's much easier than selling dope, doing hair, and babysitting out the same house like Baby D used to.
Hey, they be making munchies, okay?
They can
be
have
making
it.
the point. You said they can have it. So,
Yeah, I'm cool over here.
I'm in the chat right now. So Plump Yana says so he is doing some code work too.
A little bit. There's a little bit of SQL work, but it's mainly to pull queries that come from one system and how it relates to another. So it's a little, yeah, it's a little bit of that. But that's why I say like it's tech adjacent. I'm not doing full on coding, but just enough to pull data from one system. Like it's a system called Oracle. We got to see what are the mismatches between Oracle and SAP to know what need to get updated in the conversion to go fully SAP. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big part of it. So that was a dope question. Appreciate shout out to whoever that was.
Yep, it was Plump Yana.
Plump Yana, appreciate that.
So oh hey said so y'all just now getting SAP? Oh SAP. SAP.
Not just now getting it, but it's also like the MDG version, material data governance version of it. See, now we're going down a rabbit hole. But that's like a web-based version of SAP. But we've already had what they call S4, and that in itself, you know, it's not so much like an older version, but it's like their traditional version they've been using. But to convert more so to have that MDG aspect, that's where they pushed a lot of that data, and they want to fully convert over there. So that's what that's all about. But yeah, good
Mm-hmm.
question.
Mm-hmm. And Reek says he has to be smart.
I do, because we can't have no. Because look, you will get lost in the sauce with all this data, not
Mm-hmm.
understanding how to run a program, not understanding what you're running and updating, blah blah blah. And I appreciate that. Yeah, I was dangerous in college. I ain't no dummy by far. Again, that was the insult about the no job thing. Like, damn, I thought I was pretty smart in these streets. But no, yeah, you gotta have a decent aptitude for, and be analytical from at least from a math aspect, especially from like a data analyst aspect. You gotta have some of that to get through what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, is there anything else that you want to say about this job?
Not so much. I like what I do. I ain't go front.
Okay.
That's why the beauty of adding my creative side, to keep me busy,
Mm-hmm.
but the beauty of to express yourself in a creative nature after work, or you know what I mean, just having that work life balance and things like that. It's beautiful to have a solid foundation from your 9 to 5 to catapult you and reinvest in yourself in the whole nine, and with the benefits and vacation. I'll give you case in point. It's
Okay.
back to the comedy piece. It's like 6 to 8 comedy
That's what
clubs
I
here.
was getting ready to
Yeah,
move forward to. So I didn't know
yeah.
if you wanted to say anything else about Pepsi Cola. So
Well, yeah, I'm segueing out of that, but just the idea of it. It's six. It's at least six, but I think it's like 8 comedy clubs just in the DFW area alone.
mhm.
Um, Not even the concept of traveling. I'm very confident that I'll get enough material. Hell, from Ready to Love by itself, I got 10 to 15 minutes ready to go. But
Richie.
red now. But the dope part is whether it's local and building up them connections to perform locally, or if
Mhm.
I even have to perform out of town, hell, I got vacation time. I could be out of here on a Thursday night, work from the hotel Friday, perform Friday, Saturday, Sunday, work from my hotel Monday, or take that Monday off and be back. And I got a whole income, benefits, all of that beautiful stuff still
Right.
coming in. That's
Right.
the beauty of that. I
Right.
can't help if nobody else can see it, but I do.
No,
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah,
I got like 8 part-time jobs. I got one
yeah.
full-time, but I got like 8 part-time jobs.
Right,
I
right.
absolutely get it. I absolutely get it.
Yeah.
So, okay, so with the comedy, I remember you mentioning earlier today that you haven't done comedy in like 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you wanted to start back up.
Yep.
So when you were doing comedy then, like, and I know Aries' friends mentioned, like, was it lucrative? So when you were doing it 14 years ago, like, were you making money doing comedy then?
Yeah, in Detroit, I made some money when I produced my own shows.
Mm,
So I got to a point and was able to work with some dope people. Heather J, who's out in California. She travels and does comedy even right now today. A guy named Josh. Josh is shit. He was on the Detroit Lions a season of the series Hard Knocks on HBO. He
mhm,
performed on that. Clayton Thomas, he's been on the TV show and he travels and does. I think he traveled with Martin Lawrence and different cast. Like
mhm.
I've performed and produced shows with these people,
Yeah.
and it was such a beautiful thing to see even Heather come back. Well, not come back, but she traveled through Dallas, and I saw her, and that was just right after we finished filming Ready to Love, and it was just like she looked at me like, "Man, why you stop?"
Yeah.
And it just even hearing her as somebody that kept going and just knowing like, "Nah, dog, you can do this."
Hmm.
If you got people that remember that used to, you know what I'm saying? You funny. You
Yeah.
ain't got to be Kevin Hart. You ain't got to be Cat Williams. You ain't got to be none of these other people.
You
Just
gotta
know
be
you funny.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta
be
be yourself.
yourself. And again, through therapy, hell, I honestly I stopped a lot of that stuff when and back to the lucrative part. Yeah, it's lucrative, especially if you're producing your own shows.
Right.
It definitely was. But it was a lot of too getting into a relationship, not really seeing a lot of money come from the comedy at that time. and knowing like if I'm gonna be with this particular woman who I ended up marrying, I said I need to focus on provide, and I did, and it worked out for that time frame a lot. It definitely did. So that's what happened. What's wrong?
You like went away. You like hung up. And I was like, oh. But then you came back.
No. And speaking of that, let me see what my daggone battery is. I'll be all right. If it pop up and nothing else, like at 10%, because I think last time I saw it was at 20, but we'll be okay. I got my charger next to me.
Okay.
We'll be all right. But
we gonna be on too much longer.
we'll be all right. But no, it just was a good time to honestly step away from it. I stepped away from it too long, and then when that divorce happened, I tried to get back into it, and I tried to force myself back into comedy when I should have forced myself into therapy. To be honest with you, I'm not even gonna lie. So I can be candid enough to say that because I even took a comedy class. I had a coach and everything. And when it came down to us performing in front of our classmates in this comedy class, I froze. I froze. I couldn't get the words out. As you can see, I don't have a problem getting words out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in a much more healed place in so many aspects. I would be cheating God if I didn't put that energy back out there and do it in a responsible way.
Yeah. So are you going to now start thinking of moving forward with getting back into comedy a little?
Oh yeah, it's past the thought. I've literally been writing for the last few months, and I'm going to go the comedy class route again.
Yes.
And I know it'll just be a much better and different experience because of the place in life that I'm at. So, I got a testimony in a lot of aspects. The TV exposure don't hurt, but to definitely just take life a lot more lightly in some aspects, and sometimes turn your trauma into a good story.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've done that a few times. I actually wrote a book about it in real life.
Okay.
So yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let me ask you this because I know a lot of people are probably wondering, are you single now?
Man, single and a Pringle out the box. You ever seen some Pringles get spread out on the table?
Oh.
Yeah, them don't be stacked up.
Okay. Okay, so with that being said, so you're single. Okay, so because I have a show too, like this is the missing link. I have another show called The Single Soulmates, but that's a whole nother story. But since we're here right now, so let me ask you something. So what do you look for in a mate?
Honestly, it's I mean, I'll take it back to the show. A lot of the qualities Aries had is what I look for. Somebody that really does care about their mental, emotional, and physical health. She definitely has that. I like somebody with a dope professional side about them. Great sense of humor, music. We can listen to a lot of the same things, so whether it be like the '90s rap and R&B and all that good stuff. Somebody that don't mind going to a concert, comedy show, basketball game, all the things I mentioned in that, and on camera, family oriented, and just gonna allow that additional piece to my life. Be that missing link. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, right quick. But yeah, I think we all have moments in life that we can do. You gonna have gaps in life, that things you could do better. But I would love to have somebody that cares for me. That's a big deal. Just care for me, man. If you see where I might be falling short, I ain't gonna lie, I don't even make my bed like that.
Oh, okay.
Help
but that's what we need. We need that honesty.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I don't really
know
make
what
my
I'm
bed
saying?
like that. But here's the thing, I clean the hell out of the bathroom and the kitchen.
See?
Every nook and cranny. Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is that's where that communication is very important. Like that's what you need to, when you start dating somebody, that's what you need to tell her. And she be like, oh, so you clean the bathroom and the kitchen and I can make the bed and I can sweep and mop the
Man,
floors. And
I'm
that's
a
a great, hey,
I'm a clothes washing fool. I don't like dirty clothes.
hey.
I'd rather have
You
4
probably
piles of clean.
don't like clean. Yes. But guess
Yeah.
what? And it's those little silly conversations that you feel like you don't need to have. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people like have like these surface conversations like, so what do you like? What do you like to do? Like, I love to start off conversations like that. You know what I'm saying? Of
Yeah.
course, like we're going to learn each other as time goes on, but it's those little silly things, especially for me, that like it draws me to you because it makes me feel like I'm really getting to know you.
Yeah. That's
You know
core
what I
stuff.
mean?
Like
Yes.
it
Yeah.
is what
Do
it
you put
is.
your toilet paper over or under?
It
Like
better
I
be
need to
over.
know those
No,
things.
it's best to be over
Right.
though. It's best to be over though. I'm not doing no unders.
Right. Like
I ain't
I
gonna
gotta
be
reach
no.
under to grab the toilet. But what if it
No,
gets stuck and then you like this and then
no,
it's a
no.
lot.
We ain't doing that. I'm gonna bring you home to my mama.
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
gonna meet you. I'm gonna have you meet my friends. You don't even put the toilet paper on, right?
Right. Right.
That's crazy as hell.
You like she cool, like we connect, but it's just a couple things. You know what I'm saying? Like she likes like lukewarm water. She like tap water. I don't drink tap water.
Oh no,
You know what I'm saying?
we're not gonna be tapping no water around here. I'm sorry.
But those
It's
things
either
are important.
essential or because PepsiCo got a real dope water.
Look, unless I'm getting a commission check afterwards.
We'll call it even. You don't send me the therapy bill. We'll call it even. I don't know if it worked like that. I think I won twice on that one. That ain't the point. I'll call HR tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
Oh my God. Okay.
That's somewhere in my code of conduct training.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so real quick. So what's the age range of women that you would date?
Age range, I mean, 30s is dope. I need somebody that's been, bruised and beat up by life a little bit. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? You got to have gone through something.
okay. So 30 to what age? Hold on. How old are you again, Phil? Let
I'm
the people.
42.
Okay, so 42. So
I'm
30
42.
to
30s.
you
I
gotta be
need
more
you to
specific.
30s. I need to put a couple more after the 30. 30s,
Like
plurals.
35.
35. I mean, 33. 30, I mean, oh, that's cool.
Okay, just not
But
30. Like 31 though. It's good.
definitely not 30, 31. And
Okay.
I scoff at a
Then
32.
you
Like,
got it. Then you gotta say. Then that means at least 33. Okay, so 33. What is your
I
cutoff?
like I like 33. 32, 33. And I preferably wouldn't want to date someone that's like 50.
Okay.
But it's not the worst thing in the world. I like to probably stay closer to where I'm at. 42, 3, 4, 5. I think that's probably where I would like to be. Because I would say like the life experiences are going to be kind of understandably relatable.
Yeah. Facts.
Which is the same thing even on the back end. A lot of women can mature, of course. So you always get that buffer, be more mature. Y'all hit maturity points, overall before we do. So I get that part too. So yeah, I think that's about the best range you can give it. Yeah.
Okay. So would you date a woman with or without kids, or does it matter?
Don't matter, just not too many.
Okay. What's too many?
Um, I would say past 3.
Okay, so no more than three children.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Do
And
you?
one of them got to be on their way out.
Oh, okay, and that's cool because everybody got a preference. You know what I'm saying? Like, so do you want more kids though? Like, are you?
No, I ain't got to have no more kids.
Oh, so you don't have. So you're
No.
done. One and done.
Yeah. I'm blessed. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. If I'm fortunate enough to help raise, more kids through or mentor, that's an additional blessing by itself. I don't need nothing else.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are you interested in getting married again?
Definitely.
Mm.
Yeah, I need somebody to see about me. Yeah. I need somebody to see about me.
He said it loud and proud, guys. He needs somebody to see about him. Okay.
Nah, care about me. Yeah. Like,
he ain't for the streets. He not, you ain't trying to be in the streets. Are you still trying to be in the streets like a little bit until you meet her? Like you just done with the streets?
Not at all. This ain't even in the streets kind of shirt. First of all.
Let them know. Let them know, Phil.
Man, look. I am I am real good for sitting on that couch. I like to get out of the house. That's different. I got my favorite couple spots I hit. And I got one spot. I'm in there like, you remember the show Cheers? I'm damn near like Norman Cheers. They don't even say hi. They just be like, hey, we got a new beer in stock, man. You want to try it? Yeah, come on with it. Okay. And I just sit down. I'll have my earbuds in, maybe listen to a podcast or something, or watch some sports on their TV. I'll be chilling by myself. And it's a beautiful thing. I don't particularly have to be in those streets, but I don't mind getting out, like if I'm in Vegas or something, hit a club, that type of thing. But for me, the concept of like being out in the streets, I ain't in the street. They got what they call it, the city boys. I'm on the sideline trying to coach them. I'm trying to help them navigate through this mess of a dating pool that's out here. So, other than that, I'm real laid back, man. I ain't in them streets. I'm on the corner, but I ain't in the streets though.
Right. No, you don't even be on the corner.
I stay on the sidewalk.
It's crazy out there. So how has dating been for you, like thus far, like since the show and all that? Like, how has it been? Have you been dating?
I think I went out on a couple, like right after the show was over, but I ain't been dating. I don't feel like it.
I get it.
I ain't gonna lie. I got right into coaching my son's indoor soccer team and then the outdoor soccer team. And that in itself was like, a really good, healthy weekly responsibility. And I love it. And between that and keeping myself together, moved into a house like a month and a half ago. Like, I've been busy.
Yeah. That's cool. Busy's good. So the ladies would like to know in the chat, what sign are you?
Leo, born August 1st.
Okay. Leos are great, y'all. Just to let you know, Leos are great.
All right, I'm with it. Wait.
Leos are amazing. Okay.
I'm glad you said that. I ain't know what else to go at first.
Oh yeah, no, because I'm a Leo and we amazing. I don't deal with nobody.
See, and women Leos, we're similar. I put it to you like this: if you have the analogy of two, a lion and a lioness, y'all move further up the pack, and I let y'all rock out. Because if something get to going a little awry, a little weird, I'm back there for the, for the stability. I'm back there to keep things smooth, level-headed. We don't need to buck and jump at everything that's going on. Y'all be ready.
Yeah, Leo men are great. So just to let you guys know, absolutely, Leo men are great. So Ebony Hurd says, "Come meet me in Italy next week. You have her number." Ebony Hurd.
First of all, Ebony, let me tell you something. I ain't gonna be in nobody's Italy next week. I ain't gonna be in nobody's Italy. I'll be on the couch watching the Steelers. I'm be doing and college football on Saturday.
And Robin Nelson says Netflix and chill type of person.
It could be Netflix. I love a good crime documentary.
Okay.
I am going down the rabbit hole on these crime docs, these little mini doc. It's on YouTube. It's like several of them.
Yeah.
And I am on it. I get it. I'll binge watch First 48 in a heartbeat on my couch with some whiskey and coke, chilling.
Y'all hear that?
Chilling.
So SJ in the comments says that she'll come kick it with you.
All right, you got to relax, SJ. That's see that, and that's the verbiage. That be the verbiage that be right up my alley. So I got to chill. I'm gonna start sweating.
Y'all done got this.
I'm good for a sweat. They got a clip on YouTube from the show. My ass out there pouring sweat. It was humid that day. I had me little funky ass blazer on and everything.
So Clee says that Phil is a cool Leo. Can't speak for others, but Phil is cool. And Letitia says Leos are cool.
Right on, sisters. Right on.
Auntie Eva says, Phil, you'll make someone a good husband.
That's what I want. I appreciate that. That's a
Yeah,
good goal. That's a good goal to try again for me.
absolutely.
Got to get back on the bike.
Okay, you gotta get the cardio in because you already sweating. You ain't even doing shit.
That's all right. That's how I can keep. That's how I keep the negative. I can keep the negative weight off because I'm already. It's constantly coming out for me. Constantly. I'm trying to make it sound cool. It ain't working.
Right. So, with all the Ready to Loves, have you watched any of the other previous seasons of Ready to Love?
Not at one time in my life.
Wow. I was going to ask you, would you do an all-star season?
An all-star season?
Yeah.
Like from like one of them type of things?
So say, for instance, singles from Ready to Love from the past seasons that didn't find love. Say, for instance, they had like an all-star season with all the past people that didn't find love and they were looking for love. Would you? But you don't really know any of them, so.
Absolutely not.
You wouldn't do it again?
Nah, we're going to have to meet each other in person. I ain't going to be able to do this twice. If I'm the facilitator or I'm the dating coach, yeah, I'll do it. I got to be on payroll, like the real payroll, not them
real life,
not them couple checks y'all saying. No, not that one. No. I got to be high talent if I'm gonna do that again.
Honey,
and I am not going.
It will set you up. That look, they called me, asked me to do a show. I was like, who gonna be there?
Man,
who you going? What's going? Who I got to? What you going? I was like, I don't even trust y'all like that, y'all.
Yeah, y'all they got my daddy on a Cadillac like that back in the day.
Oh, okay. Don't tell nobody.
No, that's a joke. That's an old joke from somebody.
I was about to say, tell us a joke. Somebody asked. They said, I don't know. You got to think about it. I'll let you think about it or whatever. But Plump Yana, she said, tell us a little jokey joke, Phil. Don't tease us.
Don't tease y'all. No, I can't get a game away for free. I'm still buttoning up my act. It don't work like that. There are some comedians that have like storyline style jokes. I don't have them like that. I'm not gonna front. I don't have them like that. I don't go in nobody's kitchen to say, hey, whip up that meal you was talking about the other day real quick, fast. No, that take prep work. You got to be in the mood. Man, I ain't got all the ingredients ready yet. So, but I'll have it. I'll have it ready soon enough. I promise, Pumpiana. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I am really excited. So, are you working on any projects that you want to tell them about, or no?
Nothing project related. Like I said, work has been great. I am getting ready to change roles, so I'm getting excited about that and what that's going to bring. And the biggest project, honestly, is just the writing piece, and the next activities for my child. And I ain't gonna lie, we about to start boxing soon, so that's gonna be exciting. And we'll get them started at some basketball training soon, and get ready for the holidays. The holidays is a project. Yeah. I decorate. I put the tree up.
See, they need to know that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff when you date and you like, do you be putting Christmas trees up? Like,
Jingle bell, jingle bell.
Absolutely. Like, do you like, so when you put the Christmas tree up, so do you like to listen to like Christmas music, and like, would you like to make like hot chocolate? Like, is there a tradition that you like to do? You gotta let the women know they love stuff.
Yeah, my son and I started hot chocolate tradition last year. And he got a couple movies that he liked to watch, like The Nightmare Before Christmas. He liked to watch that during the holiday. So you can watch it now, technically. Yeah. But he got a couple movies he's seen that's Christmas related. Home Alone, the first one, Nightmare Before Christmas. But I think the best part about it is picking out decorations with him, and we did that last year, and decorating together. So we started that. But that went back to that, being in a more healthy mental and emotional state, to say, now that I feel better, let me start being better and living life a lot more fulfilled. And that was a big part of that with he and I. So we're gonna get to that. And and truth be told, my mom, she had been newly widowed after being with my stepfather 30 years. So I moved her in with me a month and a half ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're going to have a good, robust Christmas season. I do celebrate Christmas either way. I call it the holidays, whatever you want to call it. Christmas, holidays, Kwanzaa, all that good stuff. It's going to get celebrated in here. We wrapping gifts. We doing all that. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so nice. That's so nice. So
Can he
SJ,
cook? Yes. The answer is yes. They had a whole cooking episode with me and Aries. We cooked at her crib. We had a professional chef, and I still prepped her meal and served it to her in the whole nine. They ain't showing none of that.
oh,
Yeah, but I like to cook. They need to get back to it, especially from a meal prepping standpoint. But it's been so busy the last few months. I haven't been cooking as much as I like to.
Fabiana said I would actually watch a Phil stand up because once he gets comfortable, he's casually funny.
That's what I'm. That's what I'm front row, baby. Come on, you ain't never got to pay for a ticket with me.
Okay, you gotta let us know. And I'm telling you, all these people right there will probably be right there supporting you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let us know. Just keep us posted. Yeah,
it's on the way. I got plenty good material that's new. I got material that I got my old joke book from the early 2000s. I still got it.
Yeah.
I still got it. So it's one of them things. It's never been gone. But you can't, don't, whoever out there listening, don't bury your talents for nobody or nothing. Even if you just take a break, get back to it. Do not bury your God-given talents.
Yes.
Ever. Absolutely. Trust me, do not do it. And then when they come back, then you realize, man, I could have been further along with this than I thought.
Yeah.
Time gone by and everything. And then God put you in a position like this.
Yep.
And he's steady telling you, like, man, I got you. You just gotta, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can't wait on it. You be one of the people like 75 years old. I remember back in the day, I was on that show. What that show called on that world? The ready to do something. I was on that show. I said I was gonna start that out because I be telling I'm funny. And I never showed the world. I never show and that's gonna be you. So you have to make sure you finish putting all them ingredients in that pot so you can get a show together, and you need to invite everybody. Absolutely. Let me know. I will promote it for you as well.
You just sounded like Eddie Murphy in Coming to America. Just sweat. You must be out of your goddamn mind. That's why I just let you move. I just let you rock out. I
was about to say, because I miss my calling. People tell me all the time I should have been a comedian. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't about to get in her way. I ain't gonna get in your. That's that Leo dynamic from man. No, let her have that.
Right. So, oh God, this was such a great interview. Thank you so much for coming on with me. I feel like we could keep talking and telling jokes and having people laughing in the chat. But I hope that this isn't the last that we see you, because I know for my single soulmates, I do have panels where I have a men's panel and then I have a females panel. And all we do is we talk about all things dating. And I just literally ask 4 questions, and everybody on the panel just answers the questions. And they be some real out there questions. And a lot of the questions come from the people. So it's really fun. So if you are able to join us for one of those panels, I would love to have you.
I think that'd be dope. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So let everybody know where they can find you on social medias or on any platforms you want to share, any websites or anything.
Facebook is just Phil Newkirk. That's my last name. NEWKIRT. Very easy to find. And on IG is Phil_Newkirk. That's literally the only difference. I don't use Twitter. I don't use or X. I don't use nothing else. I ain't gonna lie. Not right now. I just be out here being my regular self, going to work. Being the dad, seeing about my mama. And taking it easy, man. See, I done cut my hair back down recently, so I'm about to get the waves back. Life is good. You done changed your hair about 4 or 5 times too.
Always.
It's
however I feel when I wake up. I actually because my hair on the show was short and blonde. So,
okay. I saw that thumbnail. Yeah.
I had the whole Sierra thing going on, but I let it grow out because it was just to the point where. And I ain't even saying that I'm all that. I ain't even all that bent. People was like, "Oh my God, Sabrina," and it was to the point where me and my daughter would go out, and it was getting to be where like we couldn't enjoy ourselves, being out. So I was like, I got to do something different. So I was like, my daughter saw like a picture of me. I don't know how we started talking about me, but my daughter saw a picture of me when I was in high school. She was like, "Oh my God, Mom, your hair is like my hair." I'm like, I'm your mom, right? Like, you kind of came from inside of me, right? Like, we got the same kind of. She like, I didn't know. So she was like, grow your hair out. So ever since then, I've let my hair grow out. I was like, this is probably the perfect timing. I dyed it black, and now I kind of go places. People be like this, like they recognize me, like, dang, she look familiar. You know what I mean? But it's crazy because when I start talking, if I'm somewhere like, is this 10% off? People be like, Sabrina. I'll be like, oh, shit. They recognize me by my voice. And I think it's so crazy. But
yeah,
anyway.
I get some of that too. But my demographic is so crazy because it'd be women that's 50 and up. That's the average. And they be, the ones that watch the show, this and that, and this and that, whether it's at work. And I was at a concert. One lady stopped me and kissed my hand. I said, shit, I'm getting up out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. But
she kissed my hand and I wasn't ready for that. Like,
oh.
I was like, well.
Well, didn't you say 50 was your cutoff?
Cut the hell off. You hear me? No offense to that sweet woman, but man, I ain't gonna be able to do this.
I mean,
have me smelling like ointment on the way to work.
Oh,
no, baby girl.
Oh my God. Oh God. Okay.
We're gonna need some massage oils that don't smell like mint.
Okay. I mean, you gonna have to bring the oil then.
I'm gonna have to bring it. I'm glad to bring the ones that that got some good fragrance to it.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Not that you get old when you use something that's liniment. Old people use it. They got like liniment oils. Liniment.
Liniment.
Go look it up. I can't be too far off.
Okay. I ain't that old. I'm old. Is it? She said aspirin. I don't know what it is.
Look here. Let me tell you something. The fact that she knows what I'm talking about, and neither one of us doing it. Me or SJ, neither one of us doing it. Tell you that much.
Oh my God. So are you okay with the women sliding into you? Because people are going to watch this interview and, usually I get, like 1,000 or so, not too many views, but it'd be a lot of views. Not that many, but it'd be.
That's good.
And I'm sure they're going to see this. So are you giving the green light for them to slide into your DM?
I mean, drop by and say hi. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to it. I'm cordial. It ain't nothing to it. It ain't nothing to it.
So he said that y'all can slide in the DM and say, "Hey, big head."
I do got a big ass head.
Okay.
I am an old meaty head.
Okay.
I am old fatherly head ass nigga.
Oh, okay. So, are you willing to relocate? So say, for instance, someone is in Nebraska.
Negative. No.
Oh, so
I'm not relocating. I'm not doing nothing long distance.
Okay.
Nope.
So they got to be pretty much in the area.
Yeah, I'm way too busy around here for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Absolutely. Yeah,
so would you relocate her down to you?
Probably not.
Oh.
Because I don't even see myself getting to know nobody that much. Where it's like we got to do all that. Nah, I don't feel like doing all that. I need you to be close to me. Yeah, you don't think I like my booty rubbed down too. Shit. You got to be close.
I get it. Because I don't do long distance, so I completely understand.
I don't do nothing long distance but a 3-pointer. When I'm playing basketball, it's the only long distance I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I get it.
3-point shootout, baby. That's it.
Okay. Right. Anyway, you guys heard it here. But thank you so much for joining me tonight. And also I want to say my condolences to you. I completely understand.
I appreciate that.
I literally understand because I just went through the same thing, but they were 8 months apart and it was my mom and my dad. So
heavy.
and that just happened last year. So my condolences to you. Thank you so much for being here. Just to let you guys know, he did say what his Instagram was, but down in the description box below, the link for his Instagram is there. So make sure you click that link, go over to Instagram, and make sure you follow. And if you have not liked this video, make sure you click that thumbs up. If you're new here, shout out to you. Definitely click that subscribe button, the notification bell, so every time I go live or upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow night here at 8:15 on my membership channel as I review Ready to Love DC with a special guest with a special announcement. Anyway, I will talk to you later, guys. I love you so much. And thank you again, Phil.
Thank you. And you have a great night. Appreciate the time. Everybody who chimed in, thank you. Beautiful questions, beautiful energy. It was dope. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. All right, guys. Good night.
All right. Bye-bye.